Our staff was operating in a collective PTSD state at the time, as our administration presented the decision to us as a fait accompli. But since I knew Zoe Lofgren a bit by that time, I offered to call her. When we spoke, I asked if she heard about this plan to close our center. She said she had heard about it, and unprompted, she said, well, if you want to fight it, here's what you need to do. First, you go to the various city council meetings, present your case as to how losing mental health services for your patients would have a dramatically adverse impact to their constituents and to their community, and ask council members to convey that information to the county mental health board and board of supervisors. Also, she said to contact as many area community movers and shakers, influencers, and connectors, and urge them to take similar action. Zoe also suggested that we consider encouraging some patients who were so motivated to write and/or attend the Board of Supervisors meeting and speak about the value of their mental health treatment with the West Valley program. So when I got off the phone, I realized that the center closure was by no means a done deal. And more importantly, Zoe had given me a crash course in community organizing in order to keep our doors open. I went back to the center, shared this game plan with our team. We delegated tasks, implemented the strategy, and we succeeded in keeping that center in business for years afterward. But that's not the end of the story of Zoe's help for me professionally. Those of you who work in bureaucracies know that organizations tend to have a long institutional memory, and so was the case with our mental health department. And so 5 or 6 years later, when our administration submitted their annual budget to the Board of Supervisors, my position was the only one from West Valley Mental Health that was on the chopping block. This time, I went to one of Zoe's fellow supervisors at the time, Mike Honda, whose district included Los Gatos. I met and talked with him about my fairly successful intern training program, which provided pro bono services for county clients. I emphasized that interns do give back to the county as licensed psychologists by going to work in the public mental health arena. They're employed in community service organizations and/or established private psychotherapy practices. Fast forward to the actual Board of Supervisor budget hearing where I was in the audience and observed Supervisor Honda pointedly asked the mental health director what was happening with my position and my training program for graduate students and psychology interns. While the director was scrambling and fumbling in his answer, Zoe dramatically switched on her microphone, jumped in, and said to the director that she knows Dr. Becker and his intern program, and it's a very good one. Zoe had my back once again, and the intern program and I survived. Although sharing these stories highlights Zoe's generosity to me, my experiences have been no doubt repeated in various forms, thousands, if not tens of thousands of times, with other folks throughout the Santa Clara Valley who Zoe has assisted in her long career of public service. Further, if you go to Zoe's website, lofgren.house.gov, you immediately are drawn to the headline, How can Zoe serve you? Connect with Zoe. She and her staff are passionately dedicated to that goal. Zoe Lofgren was born in San Mateo with blue-collar roots, graduated from Gunn High School, got a scholarship to Stanford University, from which she received her undergraduate degree, and went on to Santa Clara University for her law degree. She's a former immigration law practicing attorney and law professor at the Santa Clara University School of Law. She's married to John Marshall Collins, who is an outstanding attorney in his own right. She and John had 2 children, and she's a proud grandmother of her daughter's twin boys. She started her legislative career with some mutual friends on the San Jose City College faculty, encouraged and supported her successful run for the San Jose Evergreen College Board of Trustees. She then served on the aforementioned Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors until her former boss, Congressman Don Edwards, retired in 1994, at which point she decided to run for an open congressional seat. So in the equivalence of a heavyweight championship political fight, and in a stunning upset, she defeated former San Jose Mayor Tom McHenry in that year's Democratic primary and was elected to the House of Representatives that fall. Zoe has been reelected 11 times since then, always receiving at least 65% of the vote, and is running again this November for her 13th 2-year term. She is chairperson of the California Democratic Congressional Delegation. She serves on the House Judiciary Committee, the House Science and Technology Committee, and on the Committee on House Administration. So I'd like to have her come up and